Hey, it's the biggest night in Hollywood, Ainsley, but before any golden statues were handed out last night, Oscars host Chris Rock, as expected, wasted no time highlighting this year's controversy.
I'm here at the Academy Awards, otherwise known as the White People's Choice Awards. You realize if they nominated hosts, I wouldn't even get this job. This year at the Oscars, things are going to be a little different. Things are going to be a little different at the Oscars. This year, in the in memoriam package, it's just going to be black people that were shot by the cops on their way to the movies.
All right, here to react to that and so much more is Fox News contributor and executive director of BlackSphere.net and author of Race Pimping, Kevin Jackson. Kevin, everyone was waiting for the open, and we saw some other features throughout the 3-hour-long show. What did you think?
Brian, first, thanks for having me on the longest Black History Month we've had in a few years, right?
Yep, got the leap year.
Look, right. It was tragic. It was fun, though, watching a group of white racist liberals get put back on them the things that conservatives face every single day. Outside of that, though, we've got a real quandary because at the end of the day, you can't say that Hollywood is racist. Blacks have been getting awards in proportionate numbers for the last couple of decades, as the actual stats show. And so at the same time that I'm enjoying watching these very sanctimonious liberals suffer, I also know that it's not good for the country that we go through this. And Chris Rock, I got to tell you, it was probably the worst performance I've seen in the Oscars. And I haven't watched it in years, but it was definitely one of the ones that I wish I had a chance to miss.
Really? So you were not impressed with his open? You weren't impressed with that the interstitial there with when he went over to Compton to talk to people there about what movies they saw?
Yeah, you know, look, there are movies that many movies for years a lot of people don't watch. He could have gone to areas of Missouri, and people would have said the same thing. It has nothing to do with that. These are people who are professionals in their industry that are watching these things. But I think it was more just this idea of how he was treating Hollywood as being so racist because black people hadn't been nominated. And what was interesting about the Oscars this year is they talked about who had won, how many awards they'd won or had been snubbed, like Leonardo DiCaprio had been nominated this many times. But I think what really got people going was when he did a lot of the things like Whoopi Goldberg in the background with the mop and the white actress couldn't get her lines out while the black lady was trying to get into the scene. It was so over the top that Hollywood was racist. And even some of the comments he made about you know, the sorority girls and things like that. I think America's really quite sick of it. And it was fun to watch the audience's reaction where they had this tepid response to clap.
And Kevin, here's the thing. If Hollywood didn't come off so condescending to the rest of the world, they know more about the environment, they know more about the planet, they know more about society, and the rest of the world just can't catch up to them. And then to see them being accused of this, and the stats don't lie, for the last 2 years, not one nominee, and you know, I am not a thespian, nor do I teach acting classes down the street, so I'm not going to be the judge whether they're right or wrong. But they are the ones who are always condescending and condemning of the rest of us, and they are perhaps the worst offender. Kevin, thanks so much for your insight. Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
All artists in need of hot beats, hit up dolobeats.com. We got them bangers. Producers who need them high quality sounds, get your professional sound kit with over 11,000 sounds at dolobeats.com.